Hello and welcome to the history of Stargate Atlantis. We're going to cover Rodney McKay's earlier history on our other channel, Omega Ordained. And here we go. In July 2004, McKay was one of the scientists involved in the technological study of the ancient outpost in Antarctica. Through numerous efforts, including trying the chair himself twice and attempting to interface with its human computers, he was able to determine with reluctant assistance from Dr. Carson Beckett that it could only be used with someone with the ancient technology activation gene. After testing with numerous personnel, everyone was stunned when Major John Shepard sat in the chair, demonstrating a natural ability far greater than anyone thus far, presumably on a level with Brigadier General Jack O'Neill. McKay later assisted in setting up the outpost ZPM to provide the power needed to connect the Earth's Stargate to Atlantis. McKay later joined the Atlantis expedition to the Pegasus galaxy. McKay was one of the key members to determine the various functions of the city. Along with that, he determined the city's last working ZPM was nearly depleted and began searching for a new planet. However, just as the ZPM was about to be completely depleted, the city rose up from the ocean floor, settling on the surface. Wanting to use the ancient technologies, McKay acted as a guinea pig for Dr. Beckett's first human trial of the ancient technology activation gene therapy. The test proved successful and McKay attached a personal shield emitter to himself, testing it out by having Major John Shepard shoot him and push him off a balcony. Although he was jubilant about surviving such occurrences with the shield on, he determined that he was not able to eat or drink with it. However, when Dr. Elizabeth Weir suggested that he could trap the shadow, since he would be protected by the shield, it fell off. Shepard was assigned in his place. A Naquita generator on a Malp was used in an attempt to get the creature to leave the city through the Stargate. After the creature quickly depleted the Malp's power source and began feeding off the generator, McKay used the personal shield to protect himself long enough to throw the generator through the gate to M4X337, leading the creature through the gate. With the Atlantis Reconnaissance 1, or AR-1, having officially formed, McKay embarked on his first ever mission as a member of an expedition's main flagship team. They explored the Wraith homeworld, but were forced to flee after being attacked by Wraith warriors, and Shepard having an Eratus bug attached to his neck. Unfortunately, the damaged jumper got stuck in the Stargate, with McKay working frantically to find a way to save everyone before the 38-minute limit expired. With assistance from the Atlantis personnel, he was able to retract the jumper's drive pods before realizing that they had lost all forward momentum. He was then able to push through the Stargate by Lieutenant Ford before the rear hatch was blown in order to propel the jumper through the gate. When Major John Shepard and Tayla discovered a massive storm covering 20% of Lantia's surface that was also heading for Atlantis, McKay discovered a way to power Atlantis' shield by using lightning strikes from the same storm that seemed poised to destroy the city. When the city was temporarily evacuated, McKay, along with Dr. Weir, Shepard, and a couple Marines, stayed behind to disable the grounding stations. Several Janai soldiers, led by Koila, stormed the city after the first contact went sour. They tried to retrieve supplies the Tok'ra promised, medical supplies and C4. However, McKay managed to buy enough time so Shepard could save the city, and McKay managed to activate the city shield before being wiped out by a massive tsunami. He performed another act of bravery during this time by stepping between Weir and Koila, who was about to shoot her, which Weir commented on, but McKay uncharacteristically downplayed it. When a team went to check out an energy signal in a solar system, McKay piloted the puddle jumper, but did it very erratically. After landing on the Lightbugs planet, McKay investigated the crashed Wraith supply ship with Shepard and stayed with partially fed on Brendan while Shepard battled the Wraith survivor. McKay was conflicted as he wanted to go help Shepard but was ordered to stay with Brendan, who admits that McKay had changed for the better since their arrival on Atlantis. Ultimately, Brendan committed suicide, allowing McKay to go help Shepard. McKay arrived in time to shoot the Wraith, distracting it from the weaponless Shepard, and unloaded 2 clips into him before running out of bullets. As the Wraith decided who to attack, another puddle jumper with Tayla and Ford arrived and destroyed the Wraith with a drone weapon, after Shepard used the power bar to attract the light bugs to the Wraith, making it the biggest life sign on the planet. McKay told Shepard of Brendan's fate, and Shepard promised to let McKay fly them home once he deactivated the shield the Wraith had put around the jumper. When searching through Atlantis after the Lantian storm, some of the team members inadvertently released a nanite virus, which kills its victims after terrorizing them through hallucinations. McKay was infected with the disease, causing a hallucination of a ghost attacking him. However, he did not die since he had the ATA gene. He figured that an electromagnetic pulse would stop the attacks. After the EMP device failed to eradicate the threat, Major John Shepard detonated an overloaded NACWDA generator 20 miles over the city. 2005, McKay and his team went to Dagon to search for a zero-point module, after an alternate Elizabeth Weir gave him 5 addresses with a guaranteed ZPM on them. Elena, one of the Dagarians, took a fondness for McKay, but was at first oblivious to it, until the team told him. After Koila returned to also acquire the ZPM, the team planned to stop him, and did. The team had acquired a ZPM, but since he told Elena, who was a member of the New Quindoism, that the Atlantis expedition weren't the Lanteans they had hoped, and took the ZPM off him, stating that the ZPM would go into hiding on another world, and once the ancients returned, she and her people would be greatly rewarded for their actions. The Brotherhood remained obvious or unaware of the fact that the ancients had long since left the galaxy. McKay tried his best to convince of the impeding Wraith siege, but failed, and returned to Atlantis, where he and the others discovered that the Wraith were fast approaching the city, and would be there in less than 2 weeks. Hey, thank you for watching the history of Stargate Atlantis. Special thanks to the Stargate Wiki for all information you heard today, and very special thanks to Royalty Free Tube for this fantastic background. Have a great day. Bye-bye.